Poco's new phone, M3 Pro with 5G capabilities. Let's go through what you can get with this $300 phone. Inside the box, it came with the phone itself, 18-watt fast charger and a USB cable, a pin, some stickers, screen protector applied, and a plastic case nicely cut out for the phone, protecting it all the way to the screen. The Poco M3 Pro screen is a 6.5 Full HD Plus LCD dot display with a maximum of 400 nits protected by the latest Corning Gorilla Glass 3 front as seen on expensive phones. The resolution is 2400 by 1080 with a 90Hz refresh rate. With the unique curved back design and eye-catching glossy finish, it makes the Poco M3 look really sleek. I also like phones with a bit of heft, so this phone is great to hold and very lightweight at just 190 grams. I received this phone from Poco in cool blue color, but it comes in Poco yellow and power black as well. The Poco M3 Pro is powered by MediaTek Dimensity 700 chipset with dual 5G capabilities and a 7nm process offering enhanced overall performance, speed and more power efficiency. This unit that I'm holding on to has 6GB of RAM, 128GB of storage and an octa-core CPU that operates at up to 2.2 GHz and fast UFS 2.2 storage to support video streaming and games. Speaking of 5G networks, telcos like Singtel, M1 and StarHub, they are 5G ready. And let me quote StarHub on this. You will be able to download a full HD film in around 3 minutes compared to over 15 minutes on 4G. Laggy video calls will be a thing of the past and enjoy cloud gaming with zero lag. So the Poco M3 Pro is future-proof to support you through this change as we move towards a 5G network. Okay, I just got news that Poco will release this phone on 6th of June at 12 midnight on Shopee Live Singapore, so you need to download this app and go into Live. If you want to get vouchers to offset your Poco phone purchase and also a free gift, of course that's limited, so you need to remember the date 6th of June, 12 midnight, go in early and I will link you up in the description box below. And on to the gaming performance, the frame rate is looking nice and smooth. I didn't experience any lag. I've been on the phone a lot, watching videos, switching around and trying to stress it. To be honest, I'm a little surprised for a $300 phone. I expected some kind of lag just in the OS itself, like switching between apps or games. But no, it's been really good so far and doesn't heat up that much. Speaking of which, they did send me a cooler, which I'm quite impressed with what it does. It attaches to the phone and instantly cools it down. It feels like ice when I touch it, but with this phone, I don't think you need it at all. In my previous video, I talked about configuring the router correctly so you can achieve a good speed. I'm seeing 400 Mbps on both the M3 Pro and iPhone 12 Pro. For battery life, that's enough to last you for a day of normal use at 5000 mAh, and if it dies out, there's an 18-watt fast charger that will get you charged up in less than 2 hours. On the back of the phone, there's a triple rear camera, a 48 megapixel main camera with 2 megapixel macro camera, 2 megapixel depth sensor, and an 8 megapixel camera on the front. And here are some pictures that I took. Just look at this free-form 3-dimensional garden. This place is like an ecosystem itself. Such a refreshing experience to walk through the center of this development. And here's a portrait of me. Very nice background separation, some details maintained, there isn't any overexposure on me or the background. Given the lighting conditions and the 48 megapixel rear camera, it really adds up to a good photo, nothing too excessive. Within the camera, there are pro features which you get control of ISO, aperture and shutter speed. There's also the AI mode which enhances the color richness that you don't need further editing in post. Front camera at 8 megapixel is a little tough for me, not much details, but it's within the price expectation. I guess that's the max they could go. And more photos taken in low light conditions, there's enough ISO to bring up the brightness and highlight the photos. Overall, the camera is a great starting point, not too bad. Next notable feature is the way you unlock the phone. Usually it's by drawing a pattern, which is really slow. Imagine doing that when you are in the middle of something. So good news, there is a fingerprint sensor on the side of the phone, so you unlock just by placing your thumb here and it unlocks pretty fast. The phone comes with a 3.5mm headphone jack with built-in FM receiver, so if you want to listen to radio, you just need to plug in a headphone set. And I saw a lot of interest with the previous Poco M3 on forums, and the one drawback was that it lacks NFC. So this time round, the Poco M3 Pro has NFC functions, so you can add your credit cards to Google Pay and enjoy a wallet-free lifestyle. So I already linked up my credit card to Google Pay, and with NFC, I can use this to pay for my purchases. Let me show you. Got my coffee, but I can't drink it with my mask down, so I gotta drink it this way. One uncommon feature is a built-in IR blaster, which I talk about a lot on my smart home topics. And do I have to say this again? So you control infrared devices like your aircon, TV, fan from your phone. Just download a Mi Control app and you'll be able to do that. So I'm really impressed with the speed of this phone, and I put it next to the iPhone 12 to show you how fast it loads. So we're gonna click on the same article. Look, it's almost the same speed. This is a $300 phone and that is close to $2,000. So I'm not even joking when I say the performance is really good considering the price of this phone. If you're not familiar with Poco phones, it's under the same parent company Xiaomi, and there are 3 different brands, Mi phones being the flagship range, and then there is Poco and Redmi, which are the same range, but Poco is targeted towards the English international market. And within Poco, there are different range. For example, F series is their flagship level phones, X series geared towards gamers, and M series is similar to X but more of a lifestyle phone. Overall, the Poco M3 Pro is affordable and packed with features. You get a 5G phone, NFC functions, 90Hz display, and a huge battery size. All of that at below $300. I think Poco really squeezed out on this one.